If you think you're going to get rich by hitting a jackpot on the stock market or snapping up the next Tesla before Tesla does, you might want to lower your expectations. The reality is far less cinematic and much more boring. Wealth in the United States, in most cases, is built automatically. It's repetition. It's doing the same boring thing every day. And that's exactly where that somewhat bizarre number comes in, 37.78. This comes from an idea popularized by James Clear in Atomic Habits. Improving 1% per day seems insignificant until you understand the cumulative effect. Mathematically, 1.01 raised to the power of 365 equals approximately 37.78. In other words, small daily improvements can make you almost 38 times better in a year. While you're trying to figure out which stock will explode or which crypto will go to the moon, some people are getting rich by making almost ridiculous adjustments, spending a few dollars less each day, investing a little more each month, avoiding impulsive decisions, and repeating smart behaviors. Nothing glamorous, all efficient. Psychology explains this better than any stock market chart. Daniel Kahneman, Nobel laureate and author of Thinking Fast and Slow, showed that our brain works in two modes. One fast, impulsive, and emotional, System 1, and another slow, logical, and let's be honest, kind of lazy, System 2. Guess which one is in charge of most of your financial decisions? That's right, the impulsive one. That's why you buy things on Amazon that you don't even remember later, accept installment payments with absurd interest rates on your credit card, and think it's normal to pay $7 for a coffee every day while saying that there's no money left to invest. Spoiler alert, the problem isn't income, it's behavior. And here's the uncomfortable part. You're not going to overcome this with willpower alone. That's just cheap self-help talk. Behavioral psychology has made it clear for decades. You need systems, not motivation. B.F. Skinner, one of the fathers of behaviorism, showed that behavior is shaped by reinforcement. In simple terms, you repeat what gives you a quick reward. And here's the unfair game. Spending money gives immediate reward. Investing doesn't. Buying something releases dopamine instantly. Investing in an ETF gives you a boring statement that you probably won't even open. Do you see the problem? Richard Thaler, another Nobel laureate, introduced the concept of nudge, small nudges that shape your behavior without you realizing it, like setting up automatic investments every month, or sending a portion of your salary directly to an investment account before you even see the money. You don't get rich because you're disciplined. You get rich because you create a system where being disciplined is the easiest path or even the inevitable one. And that's where a rather cruel truth comes in. Consistency trumps intelligence. Morgan Housel, author of The Psychology of Money, puts it bluntly. Making money has little to do with what you know and a lot to do with how you behave. In other words, it doesn't matter if you understand everything about the financial market. If you repeatedly make bad decisions, you lose. It's that simple. And this is where small habits come in like a silent punch. Save $50 a week. Invest automatically every month. Avoid high-interest debt. Don't make financial decisions when you're emotional, bored, or trying to reward yourself. All of this seems basic, almost idiotic, but the cumulative effect over the years is brutal. Meanwhile, most people fall into a predictable cycle. Earn more, spend more, remain without assets, try to solve the problem with risky investments, lose money, repeat the process. It's a classic. Earns in dollars, lives like a millionaire, and ends up with credit card debt. Cognitive behavioral therapy explains this loop precisely. Your financial decisions are guided by automatic thoughts. Type, "I deserve this. I work hard, I should enjoy my money. I'll figure it out later." These phrases may seem harmless, but they're triggers that lead to repeated bad decisions. And when you add that up over years, you've basically built a system of self-sabotage. Now the tables have turned. Imagine someone who makes impulsive consumption difficult and investment easy. Someone who automates what is good and creates barriers against what is bad. This person doesn't need to be a genius, they just need to stop sabotaging themselves. And then, without realizing it, they begin to benefit from something that Einstein supposedly called the eighth wonder of the world, compound interest. The problem is that compound interest is boring at first. It seems irrelevant until it isn't. And it's exactly at this point that most people give up. Because humans have a mental bug called hyperbolic discounting. We value immediate rewards much more than future ones. In other words, $100 today seems more attractive than $200 a year from now. The result? You trade your future for small, immediate pleasures. And that's how smart people stay broke. Not due to a lack of knowledge, but due to a lack of consistency. Now comes the part that nobody tells you when talking about getting rich. It's not about making a lot of money, it's about not destroying the money you already earn. It seems obvious, but look around. In the United States, millions of people earn decent wages, sometimes even above average, and yet they live paycheck to paycheck. According to data from the Federal Reserve, a huge portion of the population cannot cover a $400 emergency without going into debt. This is not a lack of income, this is unregulated behavior, and this is where small habits can make an incredible difference. Because while most people try to solve their financial problems with big, infrequent decisions, like this year I'm going to invest heavily, those who truly build wealth play a different game: small, frequent decisions, every single day.